Hello again. Welcome back. I'm so excited to be here finally filming this video because it means that I got into UBC. And I mean, okay, I got that news a while ago, but it took me a really long time to get around to filming this because I procrastinate. Anyways, today's video is all about how I got into UBC, or at least how I think I got into UBC. Also, I wanted to talk about my stats as a student to give you a better understanding of where I fall in terms of grades and extracurriculars. I really wanted to create this video to give you a better understanding of what I did, how I did it, really just give you a snapshot of my student life. So without further ado, let's jump into today's video and I will tell you all about my academic history. So exciting. Let's go. Really quickly, I just wanted to get this out of the way. I am Canadian and I only applied to Canadian universities. I went to Canadian schools, Canada all the way. The information that I'm giving you is based off my experiences applying to schools in Canada and going to school in Canada. The reason that I'm filming this is because when I was trying to apply to schools and I was trying to see where I stood in relation to everyone else, I couldn't find any videos that were specific to Canadian students or Canadian schools. So first things first, let's just take a little walk down memory lane so I can kind of fill you in and tell you a little bit about my high school experience. So for me, I'm like this wee little grade 8 kind of going into high school. No idea what's happening with my life. And you know, you join the typical clubs, like you join student council, and that's about the extent of your grade 8 year. And for me, that was kind of just it. Oh, I did join the basketball team, which was really fun. Moved on to grade 9, still a part of student council. So I joined debate club. That didn't last very long. I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought. I joined basketball again, and then we hit grade 10. And this is where I don't want to say things picked up because I've been a very consistent student in terms of my work ethic, how I've performed in school, how I've performed outside of school and such. But in grade 10, that's when you kind of realize, okay, like there's a lot more to this picture than just doing well in school and having fun. My focus shifted from, okay, high school's fun and free and blah, 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 to high school is gonna help prepare me. I mean, at the end of the day, high school really didn't prepare me for university, but that's okay, different topic. So here I am in grade 10, and this is when I started to kind of explore what university really entailed. And again, I'm not looking at specifics at this point, I'm just starting to think about it and explore what my options are. Come grade 11, this is when it got important. This is when things really started to matter. My grades mattered, what I was doing outside of school mattered, what I was doing in school mattered. Geez, what I ate for breakfast probably mattered too. In grade 11, I took 5 courses in school and I believe 3 online. I was able to take these online courses in the summer, so I was able to get them out of the way. And courses are still fairly standard, and I took what you would expect. I had biology, chemistry, I took physics, English, French, math. It was like pre-calculus at that point. I was in musical theater and like technical theater design. So I definitely had a bit of a breadth of courses in there, but that was something that I loved about my grade 11 year and grade 12 year for that matter. I had the opportunity to take a lot of different courses that I really, really liked. I was also involved in about 3 clubs at the time. Model United Nations was one of them. I was in student council. I was also in, why is my brain failing me? It wasn't just 2, was it? No, it was 2. I was only in 2 clubs in grade 11. Outside of school, I played basketball, I played soccer, I was a part of 2 different youth councils, one serving the school and one serving our community. I was also volunteering at an orphaned wildlife rehabilitation center. So I was pretty dang busy. I was really busy, but it made for such an incredible experience. I had a better understanding of what direction I wanted to go in for grade 12. My overall grade 11 average, I believe, sat around, I think it was like a 95.4 or a 95.6. So either way, it was the mid 90s, which was something that I was really proud of and I was content with. I made sure that I did a really good job of setting myself up for success, both academically and extracurricularly. Yeah, we'll go with it. Come grade 12, I knew what I wanted to study and I knew the direction that I wanted to go in. I took a full course load. I took pre-calculus and calculus all in 1 year, AP chemistry, AP English, AP psychology. I took biology, again, theater, technical theater, and musical theater. In term 1, I had a 96% average. Towards the end of the year, of course, things start to slip a little bit. And at my school, every grade 12 gets something we like to call senioritis. Basically, it just means we get really lazy and we don't care anymore. I ended up finishing, I think, with like a 94% average, which again, like I was totally happy with. I kept myself really busy both in school and outside of school. I don't like having a lot of downtime. I need to be doing something. I need to feel productive. Another thing that I was always doing throughout this was working. I had a part-time job. In grade 10, I worked about 3 days a week, and then in grade 12, I cut it down to, I think, 1 or 2. That was one thing that I also thought was really beneficial to me, because at least in the eyes of a university, seeing that somebody has been employed at the same place for longer than like a year per se, that shows commitment and dedication and consistency. If you look at clubs too, they're gonna look at somebody who was in a club for like 3 months in the grade 12 year and then look at someone who was in a club for like 3 years out of all of high school and be like, okay, yeah, like they want to know that you're going to come to their school. They want to know you're going to work hard, that you're going to be driven, and that you're going to lead with passion. In grade 12, because here I am going, yes, let's take on more. Let's make ourselves busier. I decided to run for grad council president. I was a part of student council again. I was a co-president for Model United Nations. I was playing soccer again. I was still a part of the Delta Youth Advisory Council in school. Overall, academically, I was a very consistent student. I always had very good work habits. I tried hard, I studied hard. For me, the biggest thing, again, was doing what I loved rather than doing what I thought I needed to be doing. And for a really long time, I was kind of stuck in the mindset of, oh, I need to be doing this because this is what university is going to want to see. But as soon as you take a step back from that and do what you are passionate about, you will be so much happier. So a really quick little recap here. My grade 11 average was about a 96. My grade 12 average was about a 95, give or take. One thing that I didn't touch on earlier was the fact that I took advanced placement courses. AP courses are courses designed to be like first year university courses. They're hard, and if you choose, they're followed by an exam that will actually give you university credit if you pass it. So I took AP Chemistry, AP English, and AP Psychology. And I took all 3 exams and I didn't do too hot on 2 of them. I did great on psychology, but English and chemistry, yeah, we're not gonna talk about those. Come application time for university, here we are with a couple advanced courses, really amazing extracurriculars, really great involvement in our school and in our community. And that is kind of what gets you into school. So when I applied to UBC, I applied for early admissions, but because I applied for a special program, one that consisted of both a bachelor's and a master's, I had to wait until the master's portion of the admissions had been decided. That took me a lot longer to hear back from and was very stressful. So I applied for science and business, a master's in management and then a bachelor's in science, and I didn't hear back until I think it was April sometime. I mean, not everybody who applies for early admissions gets in early. So my wheels are turning and I'm freaking out because of course I'm going, okay, like I've studied so hard, I've worked hard, I've been a part of so many different things, and I've done my best to set myself up for a successful university career. And here I'm going, okay, I really hope that UBC recognizes that. And they did, which was great. It took them a little bit longer and caused me a lot of little like mini panic attacks here and there. In terms of how all of this kind of connects to how I got into UBC, I can't tell you the perfect answer because I don't know. I can tell you I went and did what I loved. I went and led with passion. I worked hard in school. I studied. I put in the effort. Like I took classes I enjoyed. As long as you can prove to the school that you are a well-rounded individual who is living their life the way that they want to, they'll recognize that. And that's what's the most important thing. Yes, grades are a part of it, and yeah, they're important. If you can show them who you are as a whole and rock your application and rock your personal profile, you should have no problem. As long as you can show them that you are who you want to be, they will acknowledge that. To know that a school is actually looking at who you are as a whole person rather than just a grade, that is incredible. If you haven't already checked out my university application tips and personal profile tips, that might help you out even a little bit more and give you a bit more direction in terms of completing a successful application. All I can tell you is my own experience and how that worked out for me. And it worked out pretty dang well, because literally in a week and a half, this is where I'm gonna be, at this school, and I can't believe it, and I'm so excited. I really hope that today's video was helpful to you and maybe gives you a better understanding of what universities might be looking for, specifically UBC. I know it was a lot of information and mostly me just talking at you, but I mean, some of it needed to be said, maybe not all of it, but anyways, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed and found it helpful. If you did, leave me a comment below. Feel free to give me a thumbs up, a good old like, and even if you want to, you could subscribe. Anyways, thanks for watching, you guys, and I hope to see you back soon. Bye.